Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm playing Voja, the naughty dog.
Yeah, I love it. I love my little naughty pet. You're naughty!
I'm excited to show what this deck can do, because I was getting a lot of heat on Reddit about my deck construction, and I am pretty sure it's quite powerful as is. I got a ton of ramp. We're going to keep it. I think what people were upset by it is that I had a low creature count when I actually didn't, because I have a bunch of instants and sorceries that put tokens into play. And then people were telling me that I don't have enough wolves, but all the wolves kind of suck. There's only a handful worth playing. I talked about that during the deck construction video. If you want to check that out, you can, and you could hear my thought processes about it. I'm excited to show people wrong and that I know how to build commander decks. Or at least I want to prove that I know how to build commander decks. But then again, people on Reddit are not exactly easy to please. We're against a Carth the Lion deck, which is a black-green planeswalker deck, and we're against Izoni. I actually built her too. I'll feature her on the channel in a couple of episodes. And then Braids is just an annoying end-step sack trigger. They're just a farm deck in black. Oh, Mana Vault. That's kind of brutal. Well, I know where most of my attention is going to be going this game. I could do a ton of damage to him in one combat if I get there with a fat board of elves. Next turn I could play Voja, turn 3 with a budget commander deck. I don't remember the price of this deck. I think it was 150 bucks. I like building on a budget. Lets me play with a bunch of unique cards that you don't see every day. And it also prevents me from recommending cards that people can't really afford, like Mana Vault. In Moto, it's dirt cheap, which is why we're seeing it in here. Hopefully this guy just doesn't pub stomp us. Give access to 5 mana, it's kind of hard not to. Bitter Blossom. And a Soul Ring, holy cow. Mana, oh mana. Guess I can play a Soul Ring, play a Mountain, have mana left over. Bam! And have an attacker. Look at that. My lone Heritage Druid. Well, if my commander dies, I will have plenty of mana to recast him. Alright, hopefully it's not a brutal planeswalker. How deep does he go? 7 cards? That's pretty far. You could whiff though. There's not a lot of planeswalkers in these colors. There's only like 2 that are threatening. I'm okay with Liliana. The Carth does accelerate planeswalker upticks. Liliana will be at +5 when he plays this if Carth's still in play. I just want to beat on either of these guys, the right one or the left player. The right player is by far playing with more money, so maybe I'm less lenient towards them. Just gonna sack a creature and then draw 3 cards. So none of us are willing to give up our board pieces, really. I'm gonna make a lot of big things, so let's see, I'm about to put in at least 4 elves into play, and then my creatures will get +5/+5 counters put on them, and I get the draw card. Alright, green and black are my only colors, so Exotic Orchards is effectively a forest. I'll tap these down since I have Summoning Sickness with Heritage Druid, and then cast my Rishkar. Since Voja's got Trample, he'll be one of them. I guess Heritage Druid, make it a little bit beefier. Go to combat, maybe I'll draw into something nice. Something to protect my board would be pretty ideal, like Rapid Vigor or something else. Wolverine Rider's pretty good. Get to make elves, and I have a very scary board. Block that. Goes to 11. We like to see that. Made him surrender. So what you get for playing Mana Vault and Braids. I think I have lethal attackers for these two if they don't board wipe. He could get a free spell and kill my Voja. That would delay their deaths. Deadly Rollick. Yeah, it's even worse. It puts it on top of his library, so that's not even good enough. Interesting that it's a -2 ability, but because Carth gives all activated abilities +1, it's effectively just -1. Cool. So I'll put 6 counters on everything again, unless I play another elf. Hopefully I don't need to play this because I don't want to overcommit. The power of the jaws of the Enclave. My lips got dry. Turn 5 combat damage. This is a deck of poor construction, as per a lot of people on Reddit. What do I know about building commander decks when they can win with combat on turn 5? I don't play enough creatures. My creature count's low. I'm gonna just slap all the really shitty things people write on Reddit, the experts as they call themselves, or at least they act like they are experts. Well, Lord Juice doesn't have it either. They left. They just surrendered. And that's all, folks.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
You got a Winds of Abandon on my draw. That's the deck. If you want to see the list, I'll include it in the description below. But yeah, that's a budget deck for you. In paper, it might be $150, but in Moto, it's even cheaper. Like, I think I spent $12 on just my commander, and then I spent $1 for the other 99 cards. So $13 to build it in Moto. The reason why Voja is so expensive on Moto is because you can only get it in chests. You can't open it in packs. And that's why that's that way. The power of the wolf. I hope you all enjoyed. Take care now. Good night.